Hi folks, this is Durga Prasad Maneni. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Currently, I'm working at Orion Innovation as a senior associate finance in financial planning analysis department, and previously, I worked also in Infosys and in FP&A department. So, as the title says, today I'm going to discuss about what are the top three reasons that why you should not be doing self study. So before jumping on to that, why I'm qualified to give this particular presentation, why I'm qualified to give this answer. So I've done my entire IPCC second group and then entire CA final, the eight subject by myself study without going for any proper coaching. So I done everything through YouTube, Google, and asking friends on all these things. That's why I think I'm qualified to talk about it. So yep. Let's jump into the topic. So the first and primary reason why you should not be going for self study is because you are going to waste lots of time and energy by doing self study. To give a simple answer, you will be end up spending 3 to 4 times more time and then more energy than the guys who are going to take coaching. Just believe me, you're going to waste that much of time because it's not a it's not a simple thing. Doing a self study might sound like a smart move, but it's one of the dumbest move that I have done. So just imagine going through all those bulky books by yourself, reading those concepts by yourself, comprehending them, making notes out of them, and making questions out of them, right? And then understanding those concepts and getting out of the dilemma that whether you have understood or not at first place itself. And then you might be many times you will be end up spend juggling between so many subjects, eight subjects. So sometimes one day you might be reading law, then immediately you might have switched to auditing, then you will immediately switch off to SFM because you find auditing and law is a boring. Then you thought that no, let's do group one, then you will go to FR. So you lack lots of discipline then consistency. But if it is for coaching, you'll have to do whatever the teacher has is saying. So teaching, then you will eventually maintain some consistency over there. So that is the reason you are going to waste lots of time and energy if you are doing a self study, because you also end up you need to understand all the concepts by yourself, which will never happen. Hardly you may get 50% concepts, hardly I'm saying, by yourself, even after putting so many efforts. Even after that you will have to reach some or other person to understand the concept, right? So first reason, as I said, time energy. You are going to waste lots of time and energy in self study. Then coming to the second reason, conceptual clarity, right? So conceptual clarity, especially in courses like chartered accountancy, is very very important because of a homogeneous subject that we does have. So you cannot simply ratify or by heart everything and go to examination. Even though some subject like audit might sound like it's a subject which you need to by heart, but at the end even audit have some concepts. Every subject in the chartered accountancy has an underlying principle or underlying rules which makes a sense when you are reading that or you're studying that. A teacher spends years and years of research understanding those concepts, what you say, the core guiding principle behind every concept. Why is IRR is required, why this India's 115 came into existence, that book doesn't tell. Book doesn't cannot tell everything, first of all. Book, and also the way a teacher comprehends the subject, the natural human to human interaction, nothing going to compensate that, right? Books will never compensate the human to human interaction. So that is the reason you might eventually end up not having so much of conceptual clarity. And also there is a one more risk is that you might be thinking that you understood a particular concept, but in actual sense you haven't understood that. This happened to me many times in a subject like especially in auditing, in law, in GST, right? Because of a theory or theoretical subject those are. So and you might be in, because these also kind of a law related provision. So you will not you might be thinking that you understood, but every section has interlinking, right? And the way you interpret it, so many things will matter here. And that's the reason a teacher will fill that gap. The teacher will fill the knowledge gap. And one more thing the efforts of a teacher understood that maybe 10 to 20% in your education, in your CA finals or IPCC, but that is the building block for you to complete your for you to complete your CA, because after this whatever being built, you already know the concept, your foundation is good, then you can eventually build upon that. You can clear the examination with the flying colors. But if your foundation, your basic itself are wrong, what you will do, you will keep on giving attempts and attempts. So at the one point, so every time you go and read the same book, every time you go and read the same books, nothing going to change unless you have a good conceptual clarity, right? So that's very very important, because even ICS started giving bouncer type kind of questions. It always do that, like SFM and direct taxes and the auditing, whatever the subject they want, they will do the bouncer type of questions. So even from the conceptual clarity perspective, it doesn't make any sense, right? And the third and final reason I'm going to discuss is uh, there is no pride or any superiority in doing a self study, right? So I have seen personally some of my uh, maybe juniors or some peers. I have seen these people who do self study, and when opt for self study, but they say it very proudly that I'm doing a self study. All right. So as I'm saying, there's nothing great about doing self-study. Even I can go and say that those who might be taking self-study, maybe 80% of them might be dumb people, even included myself. I would should not have taken self-study. If you have seen most of the rankers, right? Most of the rankers or first attempters are those people who have taken coaching. By the way, I cleared all levels of C in my first attempt. That's different issue. But uh, most of them are the people who have taken the coaching. Why? Because they are the smartest people. They don't want to waste their energy on unnecessary reasons. First thing, and they know their limitations, right? Not everyone will have to have so much of discipline, so much of consistency. It's fine to lose up. It's fine to waste the time. But when you are in class, you have to be disciplined. That's their limitation, and they understood it properly, and they're fine with that, and they ended up clearing the examination with flying colors. So that's the reason. Just because someone taking coaching doesn't mean that we're the smart or dumb people. So it's depends upon the type of person he or she is. So that's the reason. Don't judge yourself that I'm a smart person, or I'm an intelligent person, I want to take coaching. Sorry, I don't want to take coaching. The only place where your self study boasting will help you is your, maybe in your social media, especially in LinkedIn. Maybe you might get three or four additional likes and then additional comments. Other than this, it's not going to help you anywhere, because even in interviews, no one going to give a damn whether you have done self study or coaching. As a fresher, if you're going to take any job, you will have for a fresher, the conceptual clarity is the only thing that matters if they want to get a job in very good companies. So this is the final reason, as I was saying. Simple. Just to comprehend the things again. Firstly, you are going to waste lots of time and energy in self study. Secondly, you might be end up not having good conceptual clarity. And the final reason, there's nothing pride or great about doing a self study, because it's going to suck lots of your time, and it's a meaningless, first of all, it's a meaningless act that you are doing a self study. And one more reason, just want to add, some people say that no, I don't want to waste my parents' money or my money, I want to save cost. Even that doesn't make sense in the current ages, as in the current period times, because most of the institutions are providing the online classes. So with the three, hardly with the 3 or 4,000, you can get a coaching for a subject, right? So max to max 15 16,000. Am I correcting properly? 4 yeah, 32, sorry, max to max 40,000, 35 to 40,000, you can get coaching for all the subjects. Max to max 30,000, I don't know about the exactly cost. Max 2,000 to 3 or 4,000 a subject, maybe, right? So but the investment that you're making is going to help you a lot. So it's like, don't separate your preparation, that coaching, no, coaching is should be part of your entire preparation. Unless you are a very intelligent person who can is so much of disciplined, and who is so much of consistent in studies, who is not distracted by anything, who is not even distracted between switching between different subjects or even within different chapters. You're so much determined to complete the particular question, and then only jump on to other. You're even more determined to find out the answer to any particular question, right? Like Will Smith, So somehow or other way finding that answer. So uh, then you can go, if you are that kind of person, you can go for self study. Otherwise please don't go for self study because it doesn't worth it, right? Yep, I hope this video some or other way helps anyone. um yep, stay tuned. Maybe I'll release three more reasons of why you should not be going for self study. Happy reading and prepare well for the examinations. Yep. Jai Hind. Bye.